The livestock trade has been really interesting throughout the whole week. Today obviously throws in a wrench with what's going on overseas in Kabul. But looking at the technicals and how we've traded money flow wise is a little bit of a caution flag. We had the big breakout move on Monday, saw a little bit of follow through on Tuesday, but really wasn't able to sustain that momentum over the last couple of sessions. And now we're breaking back down to those original breakout points. If we break and close below these original breakout points, that's where you're going to start to stop out some of those recent buyers, and you're going to start to see long liquidation. On top of that, mentioning the outside markets and what's going on overseas, potentially an additional risk-off sentiment seeping through commodities ahead of the weekend.
I mean, it's just all of a sudden we have all these things to worry about. I mean, I think we've got some folks out there, at least the consumer, is a little tired about COVID. Some consumer confidence numbers came out. I don't know if you saw them 2 weeks ago tomorrow. The Michigan Sentiment Survey was bad. 10 years bad is what it was. So we've got this consumer kind of on its heels, and then we've got all these other issues happening, like you just said, overseas, and we maybe have some big bills making it through Congress where we're going to have maybe higher taxes to pay. I mean, and with then the Fed meeting today talking about maybe stopping their bond purchases and maybe seeing interest rates go up. I mean, all of a sudden it seems like we've got a lot of these things to worry about, and they absolutely are going to play into how we trade these things. Don't you agree?
Absolutely. There is a lot of caution flags out there. And right now, the outside markets are doing a tremendous job on kind of shrugging off a lot of that risk. But you and I both know, we've been in this industry long enough, that risk happens extremely fast, and it doesn't take too long for that to happen. So we're keeping a very close eye on things, especially ahead of the weekend. You hate to go into the weekend overly exposed with all that risk lingering.
Well, Oliver, you said it very well. And I always talk about it when I write about these things. It's just that we have a lot of yellow caution lights flashing, and things can kind of stay okay until all of a sudden they're not, and nobody's got a clue when that happens. So thank you very much for putting that out there. That's great content. That's Oliver Sloup from Blue Line Futures in Chicago. I'll hand it back over to Tammy.